The new Onyx facilities arriving in Star Citizen 4.3 are vast. With over 100 of these locations spread across all the moons in Stanton, they also see the return of investigation contracts. They'll also be getting bigger in future patches. There's already a long chain of puzzles to complete that don't actually do anything yet, and a whole other wing to come. So, with that in mind, here's the complete guide to ASD Onyx facilities, Part 1. Starting with how you get to these new underground facilities, there's no markers on the star map, so you'll need to take the first contract from the new Hokro agency under the Investigations tab. The intro will have you navigating to the moon, and from there it's up to you to get to the location. You can either jump to the nearest marker, or find where the facility lines up across two markers, wait until you're at the closest point, and then switch to SCM mode to drop out of Quantum. Don't worry, contracts after the first one will allow you to jump directly to Onyx. My usual caveats apply, and although I re-verified this information on the live RC build, for updated information as these locations expand, I've made a companion guide that you can find linked down below. This will be updated as more gets added to these locations. And of course, for further video guides, please be sure to subscribe. These ASD black sites have two large self-land hangars as the only way of entering. So keep this in mind with your ship choice. Inside the hangars, they also have the usual accoutrement of freight elevators and item storage. However, don't expect items left there to go to your home location when a new patch arrives. Link for that bug is also down below. Heading up to the lobby armistice zone, to the right is engineering, to the left research, and behind the central elevator column is a medical bay. There's no regen option on these med beds, but if you log out in the facility, this is where you're going to log back in. Going into engineering, the first part of our contract takes us to the very start of the run. There's a couple of enemies, and of course, always a chance you might bump into other players, so do keep that in mind. Wait for the progress bar after hitting download data, and then we're heading across to research. Just go back the way you came in, and then across to the other side of the lobby. Once in research, you want to stay on sub-level 4, and then to this reception desk. That's it. Again, you can backtrack to the elevator as you haven't gone past the point of no return, dropping down the elevator shaft. The next contract up, and we're going past the point of no return in engineering this time, and if you don't have a multi-tool with a mining module to hand, you can print one at the kiosk after the elevator, or just head through the natural tunnel, being wary of spicy juvenile Valakar, to the left. Passing through the pipes puzzle area and to the left of the condenser puzzle, there's some light and medium armored enemies in the warehouse, but nothing too taxing. When you get within range, the objective marker should appear for a voice recorder hidden in a locker. Heading through the broken wall in the toilets will take you into a storage room where you can find a Zenith sniper rifle and other minor loot. Out and to the left again, and there's your lobby exit elevator. For the final contract of Phase 1 of the investigations, we're heading down to level 7 of research. From sub-level 4 reception, hop down the elevator shaft, and from here you can take your time to explore and clear out the enemies. But if you just want to get the contract done, you can sprint to the right, then right again, and sprint across the open shaft. This will drop you down to level 7, and there's normally a single enemy outside the office. Once again, the recording is hidden inside a locker, and if you want some more Volt sniper rifles, you can climb up into the vent above the toilets and then drop down into the security room. With your goodies in hand, our exit is hidden on level 8, with the only way to get to it being sprinting across the shaft once again. Once this is completed, 5 ASD Secure Drives will be delivered to your home location. These can be traded with Wicklow, but may also become useful in other ways later on. But now we move on to Phase 2, And for each of these contracts, there will always be a physical item that you need to take back to a low orbit station, so just keep that in mind. First up is a return to engineering, and you will need a Cambio SRT module and full canister for your multi-tool. If you want to go prepared, you can buy these from Platinum Bay or other stores, or you can use Crafting Tier 0 with the Vulture. If you just want to get to the location though, you can of course just use the maintenance fabricators located around the area. Use J or the Customize radial menu to fit your canister, head through to the condenser area, and then repair the pipe next to the data terminal. Which one you get directed to is variable, and as I said, don't forget to write the data and grab the drive. Once you've done that, we can head out using the same warehouse exit that we used previously. For Phase 2, Mission 2, things get a little heavier on research, as we need to go deep into level 6 and 7. There's a lot of NPCs to deal with, and they have a mix of weapons. Also, a QRF may spawn across the other side of the atrium balcony and come in behind you. First, we'll need to head into the bullpen area to the left of the blade on level 6 to grab a blank drive. Then we head underneath to write the data. The exit, once again, is going to be sprinting across the shaft to get to the hidden elevator on level 8. Phase 2, Mission 3 is once again on research level 6, and from the drop-down, right, then right again, then past our favourite drop-down shaft into the energy lab. Follow the path through to the 0G area to find your server blade. Then we're going to backtrack into the office, and if the door is closed, you can mantle up into the vent on the right and drop down. Write the data, grab the blade, and another Volt rifle, and then you guessed it, it's shaft exit time again. For the final Hot Crow contract available in 4.3, we're heading all the way to the end of engineering. Heading to the right this time, wave hello to the big spicy worm that pops up in the condenser area, and then through the control room building to upload data, and then find a server blade in a random location in the next room. Carry on through the control room building and you'll come to the fuel reactor. Now, this area gets pulsed with radiation every 30 seconds, but you can use shielded walls to take your run across the ravine in stages. More radiated juvenile Valacar will spawn and can sting a bit if you don't take them out first. Crossing over the actual reactor can be done by mantling up and over or dropping down the ladder and then back up. Clear out the enemies in the next building, and then we're onto the parkour segment of our journey. If you fall down, there is a return tunnel to try again. Now all you need to do is take the Black Mesa Express along to the core. If you want to experience how visually stunning this area is first, pause now, drool for a bit, then come back. Again, there are barriers in this area to protect from radiation. Heading up to the roof or down to the floor will protect you from the Anomaly's pulse. But there are Sterling-clad P4-toting NPCs in this area, 4 of them on each of the 6 gantries that may or may not be upside down. Head over to the end of the Gamma arm and do the usual. You'll be protected from radiation pulse, provided you stay low enough down on the arm. Located on those gantries are also more Volt sniper rifles, if you are a compulsive loot goblin. But to finish the contract, we want to head out of the slow-opening bulkhead doors, and then once you're through, you'll find 3 Geist chest armor boxes and the exit elevator. If you want to hunt the other armor pieces and try and get the ASD stealth armor, you can check out my speedrun armor guide video, linked down below or at the end of the video. Once you deliver this one, you'll get 10 ASD Secure Drives, and it will also unlock Phase 2 repeater contracts that award 1 Secure Drive each time. If you've done the Eckhart and Redwind intros, you might have also spotted hauling and mercenary contracts to these locations after you completed the intro, with the hauling contracts just being to the freight elevator, and Eckhart mostly just wanting you to destroy servers dotted around the facilities. With another wing expected in 4.3.1, the puzzles to be enabled, and probably more contracts, there's a lot to do in these very pretty locations. So be sure to stay up to date with the companion guide, and of course, subscribe for more. Until the next one, fellow citizens, fly safe, and beware the bugs.